This is episode number uno
for
Amalgamation Podcast.
Yes.
I am Stian. That is ST with an Ian. Because when you see my name, people tend to call me Stein, Stain, or Steen. I've heard that shit my whole fucking life. I'm sick of it. No, it's all good.
It is pretty funny though on how everybody fucks your
especially
name
when they
up.
see the spelling of my name before they actually
Try
meet
to
me.
pronounce
And,
it.
and they always preface it by saying,
my family
I'm
was
gonna
calling
screw
you
this up."
Stein.
Yeah, no, he called me
Stain.
Stu. Your mom called me
Yeah,
Stu
yeah,
when she
that's
first
right.
met
Yeah.
me.
By the
But
way,
anyway,
my name is Charles.
This is Charles.
And I'm Darren.
And we are a group of friends that have been together since, what was it, junior year of high school? Or was it further back than that?
When did Charlie take out the row of desks in health class?
That was health class. That was grade 10?
Was that 10th
Yeah,
grade?
it was
I
10th.
believe that was.
I
And
will
that
never
solidified
fuck.
our
I
relationship.
guess that is actually kind of where it all began because that was the first time all three of us
Actually,
were in that class.
yeah, true. But I knew this Stain from
Whoa.
from
What
elementary.
did we just talk
Oh
about?
god damn it. You've known him for how long and you still
And
fucking
I've known Darren from middle school. So, because you pushed me over, actually, you're like,
No, I didn't push you over shit. You wanted to get to the desk to sit next to.
no. This is I'm talking about middle school. Middle school when me and you didn't like each other at that time.
We didn't. No, we never. With Charlie, we didn't even know each other. I was hanging out with Seth in middle school. I didn't even hang out with you.
That's very true.
I mean, you two were actually in multi-age because you were in this experimental
It was a CIA covert operation.
That's right.
Essentially,
We're deadly trained.
the
like,
communists
you
were
don't
training you
understand.
guys to like. So you were like sleeper cell agents.
Sleeper
Meanwhile,
cell
I was
agents.
just carrying on life like a normal
You
child.
just don't understand. This is a fat suit. He knows it. It's a fat suit. That's all it
He'll
is.
take it off and reveal his real
Boom.
identity
yeah,
someday.
and he's like,
Six-pack abs.
he's like, Ahmed,
On
Ahmed.
I even have the accent to go along with the six-pack abs.
Okay.
And the
Yeah, they're under there somewhere.
You gotta look.
Ski gas and go home.
But anyway, yeah,
We've
I guess
known
back.
each other for a long time.
Yeah.
Yes. And it all started, actually, because I was thinking about this, it actually kind of started with one song and one TV show.
Yeah.
And it was really weird because it was like the height of Guitar Hero. That was when
Yeah.
that music gaming
was.
really hit its prime.
Guitar Hero 1 and then like 2.
Two.
I think
Three
it was,
is actually what I remember the most.
well, that 3. But
Well, that's when
Darren
you
and I
kinda
met,
kicked
it was
in.
2. It was 2, I believe, right?
Yeah, Guitar Hero 2.
But yeah.
And there was one song.
Yeah.
You know,
And it was the first song that I wanted to learn, and I didn't give a shit how difficult it
Yeah.
was.
Well, basically, the way you and I met was when you wanted to learn how to play
I remember
Thunder
that.
Horse.
Thunder Horse by Death Clock. Which is
Exactly.
based off the show Metalocalypse on Adult Swim, if any of you guys don't know.
Which
Yeah.
is trademarked.
Yeah.
We are not associating with that in any way.
Oh, yeah,
We're just
okay.
telling a
Yeah,
story.
Yeah,
Charlie's
I think
our
they know
paralegal
that.
here.
Yeah, he's our
Hey,
paralegal.
you never know.
I know.
Yeah. Well, we're not taking credit for the song. It's
But
just
that's
every
basically how we met, because he wanted to learn that, and you threw a party. I think like a week later or something.
that
we
was
started talking.
that was sophomore year.
Yes, it was
Because
sophomore
junior
year.
year,
Yep.
that's I was gone
You know.
that summer.
I remember that. Yeah.
But
And you told me you loved that song, and I'm like, dude, I know how to play that riff. And I brought my guitar and my amp to that party, and I showed Darren how to play that main lick of Thunder Horse.
Really, because all I remember was
that-
taking
that-
shots of Everclear with.
You're at the
one of-
wrong party.
No, that was the same party.
We didn't have Everclear
Yes.
at that party. We had two bottles. We had like Jack Daniels, which was just a little bottle, and then we
Because
had.
that was one
this
of
is
the
before
one of
we
the
had
guests.
the supply.
No,
Yeah.
this is one of the because one of the guests was like, I drank half the bottle and now my throat feels like razor blades.
Charlie, you're at the wrong party.
Hey,
You were at the wrong. Steam wasn't even there for that party
I-
because I was sitting and I was talking to this girl, I can't even remember her name. I don't even know who she was. She probably wasn't even from Tomahawk. When I was talking to her, you were there, and I looked over just to catch this individual slamming the remaining bottle of Everclear.
Yeah.
This is a
All right.
completely different party.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
It's a tangent.
This is a little bit of a tangent, so we don't confuse people. This is a completely different party way down the road. Years down the road. And I remember looking at this individual and going, God damn it.
Yeah.
Charlie, immediately, Mama Bear mode.
Yeah.
You had prepped this man because everybody in that party knew what he was about to experience.
Yeah. And Charlie's
I
ready
mean,
to supply.
He had the tarp next to the couch with the bucket in case he didn't make the bucket. He hit the tarp in order to prevent splatter from going all over my mother's carpet.
Well, it's either that or, of course, the splatter going everywhere.
Yeah.
Charlie's
And-
maternal instincts kicked in.
You know what?
And
You know what?
he
Sometimes those save lives.
They
I'm
do.
sorry, sir.
I'm not knocking
Yes.
it. I'm applauding.
We are
This
applauding those
This
maternal
guy
instincts.
is a party animal.
Yes.
And
You
also
gotta,
a
you
party
gotta,
saver.
you gotta be the savior in order
He
to
is.
be
He's a
the
savior.
animal.
But yeah, to bring it back on track, we all go back and we met at that first party. What do you want?
Vape.
Oh, it's vape.
Oh,
Charlie's
okay, so we're gonna get some
smoking.
vape audio in here now.
Yeah, if you guys didn't hate us already,
Yeah.
we're gonna
Yeah,
start
yeah.
If you guys are
The good
literally still listening.
The good old douche flute.
By the way, it's the first one, so it'll get better, I promise.
Or it'll get
or
worse.
get worse. And if
Whoever wants to listen, I mean,
we'll all
it's up to
develop,
you.
we'll all eventually develop some sort of a horrible drug addiction problem.
Yeah.
And it'll slowly decline into
Oh, of course.
depression.
You know, that's what
I mean,
happens.
heroin.
Career ending.
Meth.
Career ending. Tearing ACLs. Career
sitting
ending.
on a couch,
Yes.
drinking beer. But anyway,
Listening to Def Leppard, dreaming of what they could
Yeah.
be.
That's
If
life
it
in
wasn't
itself
for their
right
bum knee.
there.
we're looking to our futures blindfolded.
My damn bum knee. If
But-
not for that, I'd be playing professional football.
So
Well,
okay, so
You
all right,
could play for the Packers.
all right. So we establish our origins. People
Yeah.
a little bit know this. Now, where would we have from here? So, do you want to tell about where you grew up, Charlie? Like in part of the town we grew up.
I mean, we grew up in a small town up in Wisconsin.
Yep.
Let's just say the
Wisconsin.
name. Tomahawk.
Tomahawk,
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Be specific.
Tomahawk
And
Pride.
also
Which-
another. Let me say this. Another reference to Metalocalypse. Pickles, the drummer from Metalocalypse, is actually from Tomahawk.
Which is really
fucking sick.
weird.
Oh, and Brendan Small, if you're listening to this, I have a question for
He
you.
wants to
Where
suck
did
your
you
dick.
get
No.
the idea to put pickles
Yeah.
from Tomahawk?
Yeah, where did
Because-
Tomahawk come from? Because it's
Out
just
of all
that
the places.
it's just that little pissant town.
Did he
that-
in
throw
the
a
middle
dart
of
at
nowhere.
the United States?
I mean-
and
And
that's
it's
when it hit.
and that's I kind of asked myself that question too when I grew up, like, because I originally had moved from Kansas City, Missouri. Like, that's quite a leap to going from a town or a city essentially bigger than Milwaukee to 3,000 fucking people. That is a massive
big leap.
culture
That is
shock.
a big culture shock.
Where
Well, I
you
mean-
go from you cannot go outside unless I am outside to if you want to rent a movie, you walk 2 miles down the road and go
Yeah.
rent a fucking movie.
It's
That's
that,
right.
Basically, Tomahawk was that safe haven town where everyone knew everyone, and it was Dramahawk was the coin name for the town. because
Yes.
everybody knew what everyone else's business was.
and
Like that's
That-
how it worked.
Methamphetamine,
And there was-
Smoky, go
well,
bye-bye town.
It was and drinking was the main attraction.
Well, that's
We-
just Wisconsin, period.
yeah, but
well, meth wasn't really a big concern. We didn't even know it existed
Yeah,
in
until
Tomahawk
the day.
until,
Very, very true.
until like 3 years after we graduated high school. So I mean,
it
Well,
wasn't.
I
I
mean,
mean, it's
I
not
mean-
some methed up fucking town.
I never
as
was
if you're
offered
like,
it when I grew up.
That's very
just,
true.
Just pot. That was the only thing.
And even then, like, you
even
text
that was
out like
pretty
3
rare.
numbers and you get nope, town's dry. And
Yeah.
fuck.
You know,
But still, some of the times.
but
Damn.
I grew up on the outskirts of town, probably about 15 minutes out of Tomahawk, in a little unincorporated town called fucking Irma.
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 That's like Irma Harrison. That's like where the shop guys live.
shop
like
guys,
the people
the
that like were
rednecks.
really good
Yeah.
at shop.
Yeah.
That excelled shop, football, and then they took off a week of school because it was fucking hunting season.
Yeah, it was hunting season. Yeah.
They all lived out. Nobody in town,
No.
it seemed, went
Yeah.
out hunting during the weekend. I'm sure there are, but
Yeah.
it just seemed
The
like
majority-
everybody within my vision, my peripheral vision,
Yeah.
did not.
And
Yeah,
then
no,
and then
it's-
Charlie, where did you grow up in Tomahawk?
Trailer court. Go
Well,
up.
that's the beginning.
That's pre us
It was
meeting.
trailer court, then a little place called Camp 10 Ski Hill, which is
First love.
Gosh, yeah, first love to Camp 10.
One love.
the best party spot in the
Yup.
world.
And that is where a lot of stories that you will hear in up and coming episodes will take place.
Yes.
That is the
If-
central hub
If you
of
ever
fucking
see,
parties.
and we always invited people.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
we
it was
invited
always,
everybody.
it was always our small group of
But-
friends,
but
but that was
explain to-
okay.
Explain to him where Camp 10 and what Camp 10 is.
So Camp 10 was in a place between Tomahawk and a place called Rhinelander.
You know?
Closer to Rylander than it was to
You were
Very
almost.
true.
You could have almost went to the Rhinelander
That's-
School
yeah,
District.
which
That's
is
how
very
close
true.
you were to that line.
And I mean, luckily,
It was a-
I came across the line for Tomahawk just a little bit, just a
because
smidgen.
We are so much happier that you went to school
Yeah.
in Tomahawk rather than
My life would
Oh,
be
yeah,
so
I mean,
dollar without
with
no
those
idea.
Rylander pukes.
But,
Like Rylander and like Tomahawk is like Vikings and Packers.
Yeah, it's a
like
Ry-
it
Oh
is-
God, yeah, we hate each other.
Yeah,
Since the
Um,
dawn of time. No.
But I mean,
possibly.
It could be.
It's like
It's
ever
like
since
that
hockey wasn't
tribalism, like,
invented.
yeah.
even the
But-
Native
but
American
what
tribes hate
was
each
Camp-
other
did you
that
tell
were
them-
from Rhinelander and Tomahawk. We'll cut that out.
What Camp 10 was? Was it
Camp 10 was Ski Hill.
Bingo.
bingo?
And the
And-
beautiful part about it
Yep.
was that the owner only came up during the winter time.
And you lived at the very foot of the ski hill,
Correct.
which was in the middle of fucking nowhere, right?
Exactly. So
So,
it was
yeah.
literally you turn down a dirt road that was a mile away from my house.
You pull random kids going to Charlie's house to drink out of the ditch on your way to go to Charlie's to drink. You remember that?
Yep.
When you pulled
Yep.
in and like
I saw him in the ditch. This kid, we'll call him Steve.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
know who Steve is,
oh,
right?
of course
Yeah.
I know Steve. Yeah.
just God, man, just
Yeah.
grunge
Yeah.
the
in
times
full swing.
the times we've had. I mean, the kid next to me, Darren here, the man, the legend. I still remember him, middle school, before he started hanging out with Steen here, running up the Camp 10 ski hill butt naked.
Steven was there for that.
No, he was not.
I was not.
You were
Not
not,
for
there
that.
for
That
that? I
was-
don't know. I was pretty drunk.
Yeah, you were. Hence the buck naked.
Hence
part.
the buck naked. I wanted to make it up that goddamn hill naked.
Just,
I did. I wanted to do
my
it.
mother was shocked. She
She
saw,
was
she
appalled,
saw
Darren.
full moon ass.
Well,
Like, boom, there it
Darren,
was.
She should have felt honored to not have
Yes.
paid for that.
I
show.
mean,
to see young.
I mean,
man's
to
ass.
bask in that heavenly light reflecting
There was
off
2
of-
moons out that night.
Yeah. And the one on Earth was brighter than the one in the sky.
Exactly. that fucking pale.
Because I
ass.
didn't even know what tanning was at that age.
The only
Oh
tanning
my
you got
God.
was from moonlight. But yeah, that was really the pinnacle of like partying in high school was Camp 10, and
like party hub. Think of it as like
It was hub.
There was 2 places. There was
there was that,
my house and
and
Steen's
there
house.
was mine house.
Because we lived out in the boons.
We lived out in the boonies, so we lived, like I said earlier, 15 minutes out of town. Charlie probably lived
half an hour.
probably half an hour out of town, and that supplied us with security to have as much fun
I
as
mean,
we possibly could. And and it was beautiful. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it was freedom at its best. Like,
I mean-
we could not worry about getting caught by the cops, underage drinking, smoking weed. It was total freedom, and that was what was so fun about it.
That's correct, Steen. That's correct.
And Charlie
mean,
knew his best, yeah.
There was nothing better at the time. But times change. Life goes on. Time goes on.
And we're here now. No,
And that's where we are now. We ended
and
up
all
here.
we have is looking back on our old days, because we're nothing now.
Exactly. We're just shells of what we used to be.
We're in our mid to late 20s, and we're looking back on what we were. It's sad, but this podcast is really all we have left. And
I mean,
we're on our way out. Like,
Yeah,
we're already
we're-
fucking closing it.
This is it, guys. I mean,
taking a piss. What
we
the
should-
hell
please
happened?
help us.
We should probably.
Okay, well, where did we leave off?
We
So I
should
took a
preface
piss.
this episode by saying we're really drunk right now, or on our way to being drunk. So
Well,
if we
yeah.
sound a little crazy,
you look up in the dictionary of podcast procedure, get drunk before podcast. You will edit out the shit later.
yeah, this is.
Well, I mean, it's just like becoming a rock star. You become a rock star, then you get addicted
Yo.
to heroin.
Yeah.
So
Not before.
So it's rockstar, drug problem,
I
rehab,
got loud.
and then you're in your late 40s.
Yo.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then you realize, holy shit, I wasted a chunk of my life to drugs.
Yeah.
But those were some damn good years.
Well, here's one thing. So I kind of popped back in this a little bit late.
Darren had to go get a drink and piss. So,
Well, yeah. Well,
so he's backing out.
It's only natural.
I'm just trying to describe what's going on.
Well, I pissed on Stian's carpet, so he's gonna. It's
I
my
have a
carpet
lot
now.
of work ahead of me.
It's
okay.
It smells horrible.
Let's just say
asparagus
it has a
earlier.
musk. It has
a
a musk to it that burns the eyes, and you can almost
It's-
taste.
It's like it'll probably be growing some sort of foreign mushrooms or like.
What are you talking about? It already is.
We'll have to keep the hippies out of here from smoking it.
We'll take some of the mushrooms and have another podcast.
Okay,
we
so
go.
where did we leave off?
Pass that Dutchie on the left hand side.
Right.
Right hand
Technically
side.
right.
Oh, that's right.
And no, we are not smoking weed. We are only smoking vapor.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just
We're-
what
we're-
is this? Just what is this flavor of juice? It looks
This
like
is
Kingpin.
Cloud Boss
Oh, no.
from Adrenaline
I
Vapors.
thought you put
Ah.
Robitussin in there. No, I'd like to.
All right, so we're back. Yeah, Charlie and I had to take a little bit.
Let's do the post-cigarette report.
What? It was honestly miserable. I can't it just seems as
Darren
if
came
like
back
it's
in looking
losing
like-
its luster.
Well,
Quick, fast,
We
and
should
in a
we
hurry.
should say that Darren is trying to quit smoking. Charlie has quit smoking, and he's went to that sweet, sweet vape life, right?
Oh, of
He's
course.
been
That's
sucking
all
that
it's,
vape juice for the past 3 months?
July is when I
It's
quit.
July. That's right.
And
You had
it
that-
is
that-
now
Charlie's
November.
woke now. He has found
It's an absolute horrible habit.
it is.
The only time I
And
ever
I've never-
smoke a cigarette is when I'm drinking, and
Like
We're
drinking
drinking now,
90% of
so
the
he's,
time.
hence he
Like
smoked a cigarette.
okay, so one of the topics that I'll just kind of bring us back to where we were was high school.
Yeah.
Essentially. So if you guys
Origins. Yeah.
the origin story
I
of how
got,
this group came
you know
to
what?
be.
I got
We
a
are
great
we
one
are
here.
actually
All
one
right, Charlie's
short.
got a story.
I got a great one here.
It,
All right,
it's
so
all him.
Spell it.
You
when
got-
we
you
were
got
when
the
we were in
fucking
high
stage.
school, we used to do the dumbest things. One of them was we used to hit each other in the balls
Oh,
for a game.
It's a good topic.
Well,
I forgot about this.
Well, we would always get each other on a daily basis. Well, there was one day Steen got me so bad, hurt, I almost fell over crying. It was bad. The next day, I come up to him. He wasn't expecting it,
I remember this.
and I just take my 4 fingers and it was like a whipping motion.
Yeah.
It was like just
Charlie
crack.
used like that fucking elastic arm, and he's got these fucking big sausage fingers, and he smoked me right in the fucking package. And I knew it hurt so fucking bad, but I wasn't gonna give him the satisfaction that I was in pain. I'm like, you missed. You missed.
I
dude."
walked
And I'm
away.
saying-
I was angry.
He was
I was
so-
just angry.
He was so mad that he thought he missed. In his mind, he thought he missed, but like I'm in my head, I'm like, don't let him see you feel pain, because I don't want to give him the satisfaction that
This
he actually
man-
connected.
This man tells me years later, he walks around the corner, steps into a hallway.
I'm like curled over, like in agony. It hurts so fucking bad.
Because I was actually right next to you. I
No,
witnessed
he
the
got-
tap.
He
I
gave me
witnessed.
stomach ache.
Yeah.
It hurt so fucking bad.
I witnessed that tap, and then we crossed that corner where it had that weird, ugly looking mural
Yep.
of like the buff high school student, and then like the adult that every like bodybuilder wants to
like,
be.
beautiful physique.
Yeah. and that was it.
I was like, yeah, he
Oh.
got me.
Classic
Yeah.
stories
Just didn't want to give him the satisfaction.
from the manuscripts of early 2000s.
Yeah. Not really early 2000s.
You know, I am gonna use this guy's name because he will be in the podcast. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. But we are actually one short. Even though this is the first podcast, he is actually several states away. But I got him in the balls with a gator skin ball
Yep.
in the pool area with the best acoustics
Yeah.
anyone could ever witness. I don't know, Steen, if you were there for that.
I was there. I remember it very vividly.
I
It was
only
like-
heard in stories
It
and tales.
was like a flash followed by earth-shaking force. I struck
because
him with this ball.
we were in the school pool, and Tony fucking went up the diving board, and as he was in mid-flight, you fucking whipped that fucking gator skin ball, and you put that spin on
Yeah, that corkscrew,
That
like
corkscrew
spin to it.
and it hit like this speed, unimaginable speeds, and it fucking pegged him in the nuts, and you just see him curl in midair and fall like
Yeah.
a cannonball into the fucking water. And even the lifeguard on duty was like, "Gosh, damn,
She
she
was-
was cracking up."
Yeah, she was trying
And I
to
was-
remain professional
I
during
was on my hands and knees. I was out. Darren's laughing.
Well, because
like,
it was just
yeah,
boom!
that echo was deafening. Like you could hear it go boom, boom. And like Tony like swam up and he looked bad. He looked
Yeah.
rough. Like he.
It was
just went
one for the
12 rounds,
highlight.
yeah. Mike
he
Tyson.
just went 12 rounds.
It was one for the highlight reel.
Fucking you asshole. Like he's just.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was bad. And then remember the coat hanger?
Oh,
Charlie
well,
got
my
coded.
friends decided one time when we were out spending the night at another one of our buddies' house. We'll call him Dave. And
All
we,
of our
we
friends.
spent,
I guess we only have like 30 friends, and their all names are Dave.
They're all.
Josh, we'll call him man.
Okay, Josh.
All right,
we
so
got Josh and Dave.
this
So we
Josh
have
and
15 Joshes and 15
We
Daves.
got Dave.
Well, it's better than, just all Dave.
His name.
But anyway, Josh, we were out at his dad's cabin, and we were spending the night, and all my friends decided they were going to piss in my drink. Well,
Ooh, that was not me. You do not point the finger.
all
at
right,
me.
yeah, true.
I
It
didn't
was
even
not
know
Darren.
I didn't.
It was not Darren.
Who all participated?
It was Stian,
Oh man.
my friend. Actually, no, Josh was playing Guitar Hero that entire night, and to be clear, his name was not Josh, but
The whole night.
the whole
I
night.
sat like 2 inches from
Yeah.
the TV playing guitar.
Oh, all night long.
Like he
And
was
actually,
shaking.
Darren got so pissed off, he unplugged the Wii U, or the Wii, took the guitar with him, and went to bed. But that's besides the point. The point of the matter is, there was 4 people, Steam being one of them, friend Josh, Greg, and Andrew. Again, these are just nicknames. We're not going to use their real names. But they decided to piss in my drink. Well, it was about a year later I decided to get Steam back. And I got him back. We were, doing stupid high school things, getting stoned.
We were in my bedroom.
And I grabbed a wire hanger and
Why
I just...
did you do this? I don't even know how it got to this point. You grabbed this wire fucking hanger and you're like whipping me with it, and all of a sudden he cranks me in the ball sack with the fucking metal hanger.
The
It was
look.
crippling.
the look of
It was
anger, the look of anger and just hate that came from Stian's eyes. I will never forget. I was so terrified that I was gonna get the shit kicked out of me. And I said, "That's payback for pissing in my drink."
He said
Immediately.
the only words that deterred his ass whooping in that moment.
Immediately.
That would be
The
the only
anger
thing that would
thing
deter.
you could
Like,
say
this is payback,
this-
not like
Yeah.
initial.
If he didn't say that, I probably would have smoked you in the head with my fist. But he said the right words at the right time. I'm like, alright, that's justified. I deserve that.
And
And I almost, like, it hurt so fucking bad. Like, it stung.
And
for
I
like
mean,
a while.
we went on smoking that night, but that was justifiable payback without even realizing it. And yeah, that was a good night. That was a good night. And
I think for the fact that so we don't get confused, should we use the first names of these party members?
I mean, as long as we're not using last names, I don't see
Yeah,
a
we
problem.
can use
Last names, it's fine.
I mean, the one who was playing guitar here was Seth. The one who shit in a cup was Nick.
You and Nick have like this notorious
This feud.
grudge battle because it seems like every single time you guys meet up, it's like Steen and I will just sit back and we'll just watch the like fuckery unfold. The Honeywell fan.
I don't even remember
The
that
Honeywell fan incident where like you and Nick were trying to push each other's hand into because this is like a box fan without a guard on it, so it's just this rotating blade.
Oh, I remember that now. Yeah,
And
had
so
to take the front off. It wasn't getting any air circulation.
well, yeah, it's called cleaning it.
Highly unsafe.
Yeah. So hey, we could clean this, or we could just take the guard off. Let's just take the guard off. But anyway, so this thing is like just a death machine. Think of it as like an upright lawnmower.
It's like a helicopter turned up.
Yeah.
Well, at least the
And-
blades are plastic. Come on now.
Yeah, but it could draw blood.
Yeah. Hence, I will get to at the end of this story.
Yeah, this
So, Nick is-
foreshadowing here.
Nick and Charlie are trying to throw each other's hands into this blade,
Death
and
trap.
finally, like, Charlie, like, tries to push Nick's hand in, and Nick breaks away, and Charlie must have been going at full force because his hand just slipped.
It went right
And
into
it
the
just made
fucking
this,
fan.
and then like the blade had stopped, and Charlie's like, "All right, dude, we're fucking
He
done."
fucking
And
rips
it
the fan.
cut his hand open on the damn fan.
But it's okay. You see, the relationship between me and Nick was
It's complicated.
physical
It is.
and
It's
mentally abusive. You know, thinking back upon it, Nick was most of the time dickish. But I mean, yeah, there
You
was
guys
times.
were great friends, though.
Oh, of
like, you guys
course.
were best friends at some point.
Of course, no, we were.
Inseparable,
No, we
some
were.
would say.
No,
You just
we were-
gave each other shit.
You know how to fucking ruffle your feathers and get on your
And I know how to hurt him. That's
and,
all.
and you would shove him into lockers and occasionally lock him in a locker, right?
And no, I never.
You
locked
pushed
the
his
locker.
ass in a locker. I
Hard.
know you did.
I slammed him. in
I
the
remember
lockers.
that vividly because you pushed him so hard into the lockers that the whole row of lockers
I do remember-
fucking
yeah.
shook.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
he was like, he was like crunched over, like he just got smoked by a linebacker in the NFL.
Sometimes you.
You let the full. Force
That's why it's
unleash.
called. That's why it's
You mess with the bull, you
putting
get the
putting
Charlie.
a motherfucker back in his place.
Charlie took him down a few pegs.
That's all it is.
I
So-
remember there was this one time back in, and we were going to see you, Charles, and it was Steve and I, and we were driving in the Cherokee Warrior, the purple Jeep Cherokee, and we had, hit a little something
Yeah.
as we're going down the driveway. And the conversation that pursued between you after we had reached the door, because we're sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden, like your mom had you cleaning something in the kitchen, and your dad was yelling, and Kiki was barking, and there was this whole entire slew of chaos going on, ensuing. And Steve and I were just trying
Just hold it to laughter. Like
not to laugh.
It's
And
like
then-
those moments when you got that laughter just pent up.
What killed me is you know exactly what I'm talking about, because like in between your living room and the kitchen there was this gap. About this big, Charles.
Oh yeah, I remember.
You remember that
Is
gap
that-
between the
is the
washing
fucking-
machine and then you look through that little space and then there was the kitchen.
Yep.
You had bent over to pick something up and we had this beautiful silhouette of your fucking ass crack right in the middle of this two-space, and we lost it after that point. Because Steven kind of looked at me and he like giggled and pointed, and I looked to see this butt crack right in the middle of this like 2-inch gap. Like
It was
this,
position.
the only time, like the planets would align 6 times before we would ever see this
See
again.
that again. That was once in a millennium that happened.
Yes.
All I can say is no one told you to look.
Nobody told us to look, but it's kind of like,
I happened to glance.
Yeah.
And when I glanced, I saw.
yeah.
Things happen.
Things
People
happen.
get hurt.
People get hurt.
People-
Oh man.
I am scarred for life.
That was
That was a
fun ass night.
Well, we've had multiple fun nights. Like
oh
that.
yeah,
I
we've
mean,
we've definitely had some crazy nights,
I think,
and more will continue throughout the year.
of course, and I mean, you know, and there's always more stories to be told,
Oh,
and
yes.
we will continue on our adventure through our memories as time progresses. You know, and it's just a journey. What do they say about journeys, Steen?
They began with a single step, right?
Well, that, but
Just perfect logic.
well,
Like not what he was
Not what he
expecting
wanted.
whatsoever. Like damn it, I can't really.
what is
can't
it?
go back.
Life's
Life's like
Life's a garden, dig it.
there we go.
All right, that's Joe Dirt. You know, you got.
No, just, I've reached
Charlie's
a
really
whole
rocking the
new.
hairstyle
I've reached
right
a
now.
whole new level of trailer trash.
it's alright.
I want to go that far.
That's true.
You're trash.
You're not. You're not. Trailer
Okay,
trash.
trailer folk. I've reached a whole new level of
You
trailer
know,
folk.
we all grew up in like more underground ways of like not the most sophisticated way of growing up.
But you know what? Life isn't sophisticated.
But I would rather it be that way than the opposite. in my-
Of course.
It was fun.
Because it's definitely, and you know, like if for those of us who, for those of you out there, I'm sorry, who know us and don't know the story of the grabassery and the shit that we have done, pranks and everything aside, and you, this will kind of make you reminisce and wonder like, oh, looking back, that's why they were laughing so hard when they got hit in the balls, or that was why you, if you kind of understand it now.
Yeah.
But if you don't, you will. You'll get to know us. We are
throughout time when we're filling in these blank spots.
The motto is bear with us, because this is our first go at this, and it's only gonna get better. And
Hopefully.
I promise you, if you keep listening, you're gonna have fun,
Yeah.
because we have some fun when we get together.
Yeah, there are some ridiculous stories. They may not be so crazy as I got drunk and put my car in the ditch.
But that's not what life is about. Life is about the good moments, the bad moments, and all together. So, with that, this is
Stan.
Charles
And Darren.
signing off for the night. To all of us and to all of you who listen, have a wonderful day, evening, morning, whatever time you're hearing us.
Whatever dimension you're hearing us from.
And you keep kicking ass.
You can kick an ass.
I'm taking down those names, son.
And you can keep listening. Because we'll be here.
Come on, man. Really, Charles? Really? Falling
Yeah.
asleep? Come on, wake the fuck up. Come on, man.